sometimes the best day for a lawsuit is the first day it's filed, because as you peel that onion back, what you see, you don't want to see.
That's the same lawsuit that derailed a scheduled Senate hearing today. The state's acting health secretary, Allison Beam, and her deputy deciding not to testify or answer senators' questions about the COVID-19 contact tracing data breach. KDKA's Meghan Schiller joins us now to explain what happens next if no one is talking.
Senator Pat Stefano tells me that they can subpoena these people involved and ask for their testimony and the data. They said at today's hearing, all they wanted to do was start the conversation and learn more about this data breach, but unfortunately, that's not what happened.
I'm very disappointed today that we can't ask these questions.
A strange Senate hearing Tuesday where the two people slated to testify didn't come.
It's great to ask questions that no one answers. Yeah, so there's no feedback, no back and forth. Yeah, it was awful.
State Senator Pat Stefano sits as vice chair of the state Senate's Communications and Technology Committee. He and Senator Kristen Phillips Hill called Tuesday's hearing, scheduling acting health secretary Allison Beam and her deputy to testify about the COVID-19 contact tracing data breach.
Pulled out right away, claiming they didn't want to discuss any of the issues of the case. But that is not transparency.
News of the failed hearing angered Pittsburgh attorneys involved in the case.
I think it's a cheap excuse. You're hiding behind the fact that a lawsuit was filed. You don't have to talk about the merits of the lawsuits.
Goodrich and DeLaCente filed the class action lawsuit advocating for what they believe could be more than 70,000 Pennsylvanians who gave private health information to contact tracers.
My hope is that this is just one of a series of hearings so that we can find out how and why $29 million was spent and there weren't policies and procedures and safeguards in place.
Now it's a battle over transparency tied up in legal tape, and Senator Stefano says someone will answer.
We could subpoena members of the Department of Health, the acting secretary, or records. And it's going to the court and asking the court to order those people to supply the data or come.
Senator Stefano said he's also prepared to go over Attorney General Josh Shapiro's head and possibly get the U.S. attorney involved. He also said the committee is weighing the option of whether or not they should ask the FBI to get involved. Reporting on the West End Overlook tonight, Meghan Schiller, KDKA News.